Welcome back, everyone. I just finished shooting my video on kind of the basic tools that you need for maintaining pocket knives, and I figured I'd do a video on all different kinds of sharpeners. So I have a lot of different Work Sharp products. I'm not sponsored by them, I'm not affiliated with them. I just happen to have a lot of them because they're very easy to find, they're very common, and they work very, very well. So start off, we'll kind of go increasing by price here, and then I'll kind of give my commentary as we go. This is the field sharpener. It's like 30 bucks. I don't know, they might have raised the price by now. It used to be like 30 bucks. You can probably find them online for 30 bucks. You've got coarse stone. You've got a less coarse stone or more fine stone. You have a ceramic rod and you have a leather strop. So every single thing that you need to get a knife shaving razor sharp. The leather strop is really what, I was looking for a leather strop and I didn't want to just buy one outright when I was getting into all knives, and I stumbled upon this. It had everything and I've been blown away by how easy this thing is to use. It's got the angle guides on here, 20 degrees. That's good for just about anything. You just take a knife, drag it along there, do your passes, move down to the finer stone, ceramic, and then polish it with a leather strop. And again, you'll have a razor sharp knife. It's really easy to use. I will not make a video on sharpening right now just because I'm still, I feel like I'm not, there are a lot of people who are more qualified than I am to talk about it online, and there's a million YouTube videos about it, so I don't want to just parrot what everybody's saying, but maybe one day we'll make a guide to kind of sharpening knives. But if you're just getting into knives and you're looking for something that's, gonna do the job and is really cheap, this is the way to go. If you are super experienced with pocket knives, you're looking for something to just throw in a bag and take with you, this is where to go. If you're looking for something that's just cheap, this is everything that you need. I cannot recommend this enough. Definitely worth checking out. I've never seen a bad review of it, and people online are not lying about it. It really is a fantastic product. So definitely check out the field sharpener from Work Sharp. Next we have, I don't know officially what this is called, but I think it's like the Work Sharp. I don't think it's the bench stone, but it is one of their like bench stones. Very similar to the field sharpener. You have the 20-degree angle guides. It comes with a couple stones on it. I want to say this is like 40 bucks, maybe 50 bucks. This is a little more difficult to use than the field sharpener for some reason. It still works very well. It's the same stones that are on the field sharpener. You can see the coarse one and the fine one. And it comes with this little ceramic thing, but no leather strop. However, you will be able to do larger pocket knives on here, and it'll make it slightly easier than the field sharpener. It'll also, be level on a table, which is very helpful. You can change the angle guides on here, which is also helpful if you're, so it's a little more advanced than the field sharpener. Is it worth the difference in price? That's totally up to you. If you want something that's a little more sturdy on a table, which is when I bought this, that's what I was looking for. It's a great product. I've been happy with it. I don't use it. Frankly, I don't even use it as much as the field sharpener, but it is a great product. And it's great for kitchen knives, larger knives than would be used on the field sharpener. So check it out. Worth looking into. Great product, but it's kind of more niche in that regard. If you're going to spend a lot more money, you probably need to have a reason for it. Next up, we've got the Work Sharp Precision Adjust. This is just like the basic model, 60 bucks. And I got this actually this past weekend, and I'm blown away by it. Like, I've been sharpening knives left and right just because it's so easy to put a very near mirror polish on your knife. And I, with the field sharpener, which is what I had previously kind of been using, it's a little difficult to do that because you're sharpening freehand, and it's a little more challenging to hold an angle perfectly to get that. But this is probably, I would say, the best $60 I've spent in maintaining pocket knives. I've just become obsessed with this thing. If you're not familiar with it, you've got this angle thing, like guide here, and you put a knife in. Yeah, let's see if I can just slide it in here and show you. Toss a knife in here. It's a little tricky to get the jaws apart. Put the knife in, tighten it up, and you set your angle, and you kind of just do passes back and forth with these little stones on here. And you flip it over, super easy to flip over, and you just keep going back and forth. It is awesome, super, super, super easy to use and hold your angle perfectly. The sharpening works perfectly. This thing is awesome. And they make two more upgraded models, I think. I didn't really want to spend the money. I think one's like 120 and the other's like 200 something dollars. This is really all you need. I was a little skeptical at first. You know, why do they have these upgraded models if this works as they say it does? But this thing it really is great. It's a little light, so when you're kind of doing your passes back and forth, you kind of got to hold it down a little bit, and you know, you're supposed to go like that as you move across the blade of the knife. I've not found any issues with this thing whatsoever. It works really well. Only $60, which is pretty cheap relatively to some other high quality stones that will, you know, maybe they'll last you a little longer or whatnot, or maybe they'll, you know, give you a better edge finish. But you can buy replacement stones for here. You can buy, I think, like leather strap. Like there's all kinds of upgrade kits and stuff. You gotta check out Worksharp and see what they offer. But this and the field sharpener, I'm just blown away by. This is really all you need. So really excited that this has been going as well as it has. I held off a long time on buying one of these just because I love this thing so much and I pretty much never use anything else. But absolutely worth the upgrade for I think it's just the Precision Adjust. And then there's the Precision Adjust Elite, maybe, and then the Precision Adjust Professional. So they come with different upgrades to them. You can mount them to like a workbench or whatever. But again, basic model, really all you need, unless you're doing all kinds of crazy sharpening and you've got money to spend. The last thing, another Worksharp product that's really popular. This is the Ken Onion Mark II. Or no, it's not. This is just the Ken Onion sharpener. The Mark II is the new one that came out. Sorry, I was just looking at the boxes the other day when I was buying the Precision Adjust. But this is a belt grinding sharpener. So you have belts that go in here, pop this little thing out, and you run your knife through here, just like so, back and forth, and it'll give you an edge. So this works really well if you're trying to sharpen a lot of knives and save some time. You can get a really nice edge on these. They sell all kinds of different belts and such. There's this little trigger here. You just pull the trigger and it'll run the belt. You hold it, stop, do your passes and such. And you can get a knife really sharp using these. However, it does take off a lot more material than the Precision Adjust or something like the field sharpener than a stone. Any belt grinding sharpener is gonna take off a lot of material, which will reduce the life of your knife. Now, will you really notice that over a long period of time? Maybe, probably not, unless you're constantly just putting another edge on, which you don't really need to do. All you really need to be doing with a knife is just maintaining it properly. So you really only need to be, like you can see, the most used stones on this are the ceramic rod and the leather strop. Like that's really all you should be doing if you're properly maintaining a pocket knife. And I'll touch on that kind of in another video, but this is really, if your knife is really dull. So like I chipped edges, when I'm out working and I actually hit a rock in the dirt or whatnot, and I want to refinish my edge and kind of buff out some chips, this is what I'll use to do that. And it works really well. This is a little more expensive though, so you gotta be aware that you don't really need this to sharpen a knife very well. That's kind of a misconception when people are first getting into sharpening knives. You don't need to spend a ton of money on a sharpener to get a great edge. You just have to learn how to sharpen properly, and you can sharpen using like a coffee mug. It's all about learning and doing it properly. Like this is a super cheap stone from Husky from Home Depot. I want to say I spent $10 on this thing, and you can, if you know what you're doing, you can get a good edge on this. It might not look pretty, but it will be sharp and it'll get the job done. This is the first stone I ever bought to sharpen any of my knives, and I've kept it ever since. And it works fine. It was very hard when I first started getting into all this to learn how to sharpen on that, but it worked out, and you learn. You just got to put in the time and practice. But hopefully that's helpful. Let me know what you all think in the comments. Again, I know I cannot rave enough about the field sharpener. This is like the perfect product. So let me know if y'all have the same experience with sharpening that I have with this thing. And let me know what other sharpening brands that are out there. As you can see, most of my products are Worksharp, not sponsored by them, but that's just how it happens to be. They make a great product, and I've been really happy with this ever since I got it. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I appreciate, you taking the time to watch. Those of you who are subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. And as always, let me know what you'd like to see next. Thank you again.